Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dicing with Death. How are you doing today, Ryan?
Doing well. Excited to play my my cleric, Dwarfy McForgehammer.
Yes, Dwarfy McForgehammer.
I mean, something like that, right?
Yeah.
What's new with you?
Oh, I got some new headphones that are super cozy.
Sweet.
We've got Demon's Run this afternoon.
Be honest, you got them in a bright white so that your face doesn't look so pale by comparison, right?
I tried to get them in black, but this model only came in this like beige color, and I'm living with it. But I am actually quite unhappy about the color of the headphones. I've always had jet black headphones my entire life, and I was hoping never to buck that trend. But
you could
Sennheiser, what are you doing?
Use this as an it's probably just where you bought it from. I'm sure they make this in other colors, but you could use this as an opportunity to get creative. Maybe color them, paint them.
That's true.
Your wife doodle on them. She's into that sort of thing, right?
She is, yes. And I'll be gone, and she's sick, so maybe she'll have time to doodle on them. There was a black version, but it was like twice the price. These were like a couple $100, and the black version for some reason was like $400. And
that's usually how I choose the color of my gear. It's whatever's cheaper.
Yeah. I'm not so into style that I will double the cost of my headphones to get the right color.
You had me fooled. You're such a
dresser. I know. Look at this this Dicing with Death sweatshirt that I wear every single day of my life. It's I cozy and classy.
Smell it from here.
Hey, I wash it often.
Oh. Must be nice.
Sometimes. It's been known to happen.
Whoa. Mr. Mooten. How does he have 308 viewers?
Well,
Neal, you gotta step up your game. How many people do we have here? Like 50?
No, we had 100 and something, 130 before they showed up, but that's fine. We catch them all in the VODs. We don't care about the live viewers. And never mind.
Except for you, if you're watching it right now, we care about you deeply.
He does. Yeah, ish. The 130 of you we care about. God, this is why we only have 130, Ryan. Anyway, where were we?
In game or in the banter?
In game.
Good job in game.
Well, you are a forger, right?
Yes.
All right, let's start forging.
Not Zwihard Blacksteel, a much more epic name than Forgy Van Hammersmack.
Yes.
I mean,
Forgy Van McHammersmack.
Yeah. And here we are in Dwarf County, Blacksteel Keep, just north of Tharnham. We have no recap. I feel a little bit lost.
I know. What do you do without a recap?
Yeah. Last time we forged. I mean, what else do we do on the stream?
Well, last time you made, let's see, some good plate mail, limbs and chest.
Good plate mail? I made epic tier mithril armor of dwarven thanes.
Yes, you did. Yes,
and I wove into the metal a curse upon any foolish thief who decides to don the armor, who isn't a dwarven thane.
Yes.
That their constitution will fail them, and their hair will thin, and their beard will fall out.
How could you?
Right? So evil. I also forged a bunch of mithril halberds. Got a crappy mithril breastplate for myself that needs to be redone.
And let's not forget the fact that this mithril plate mail that you have forged has a value of 5.5 million copper.
We're millionaires.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's 55,000 gold if you want to work in an archaic system.
Let's be honest, it's priceless.
Yeah, it's wildly expensive. And you cannot buy this on the market. It must be crafted and custom made for you. So this is this number doesn't really, just a weird approximation.
Yeah. We also made some spells, right?
We did.
We fleshed out a steel skin spell that brings some of the charm of our alpha testing armor mechanics from the earlier Zweihaard campaign into 2. Neal. Make other spells. I feel like there was another thing we did.
We will see steel skin later today, I think, as well.
Today? Sure.
In the Demon's Run thing.
Oh,
it is one of the spells I have equipped one of our clerics with.
Cool.
Yes.
Try it out. Trying to remember if we created another spell. Combat shovel? No, never mind. That was
So you have mithril on hand. You still have
little bit.
I think it's about 6.94 pounds.
Sounds about right. I think I have 8 sheets of mithril that can be made into halberds. So they're already portioned out for halberds, but maybe I probably need some mithril axes as well. And I also want to make myself a mithril shield and reforge my mithril breastplate. Plenty to do for a dwarven craftsman.
Yeah.
And armed, equipped in his new epic plate, Einhard, Thane of the Blacksteel clan, has undertaken perhaps the most terrifying journey a dwarf has undertaken. He's riding a ship over the water.
My God, the courage unseen in a generation of dwarves.
Traveling to Milfaldur to I don't know, unite the dwarves.
Attempt to something to that vein. All right. Well,
I'll probably just meet, maybe form a committee, reconvene in another 2 years' time.
Let everyone think on it for a moment. No decision can be made in dwarven culture until everyone's beard has grown a full inch since the last time they sat down to talk about it. That way, you know, everyone's had enough time to really think about the issue.
We should devise some beard spells for this dwarf campaign.
Like shaman totems from WoW or something. You enchant your beard, and like, as long as it's within
like braids that you can magic braids. I was thinking maybe like a divination spell that like your like beard turns gray to let you know if ill omens are approaching, or.
Then would it be gray from then on?
Maybe. It's like battle scars. Beard of tentacles. Yeah, maybe you animate your beard into a weapon or a creature that attacks.
Or it grows really long and stiffens and becomes like legs, and you can like move as fast as a person because your beard will carry you.
We'll work on it.
Spells need a little work. Okay. So while you're in your forge, hammering away, making these sheets to get your axes, that you have a divine portent of the future. And you see yourself.
Do I see it in the steel?
Yes.
Maybe reflecting the steel, I see myself, and then I realize it's not actually my current reflection, it's a vision.
Yes. Sparks give you a picture that plays in your mind, where there is a great dwarf leading a contingent of other dwarves across a brutal desert. And at first you think it's your brother, because he's got this dwarven plate mail on and he's leading a bunch of dwarves into battle, but as the sparks fly, you realize that it's not him at all. It's you. And you are leading a group of dwarves armed with mithril axes across a sandy desert towards some unknown destination.
Is there any indication of when this might be taking place? I'm looking at my divination spells to see if
Yes.
I have anything that might be of use here.
As the sparks fly from your forge, they light up the air, above the vision, and you can make out the various constellations at that time. Do you have a religion proficiency you can make a check for?
Do you have religion? I was going to say, oh wait, I don't have religion.
Have a religion proficiency?
Nope. I think I put all of my proficiencies into forging.
Well,
it's interesting. Yeah, so
you can recognize the constellations in the sky, at least somewhat.
Weaponsmithing, armor smithing, blacksmithing. That's like 6 slots right there, and then 1 into mining.
No room for that precious religion.
I find that sort of surprising, considering I went off to Dwarf Academy to learn how to be a cleric or something. But can I note the constellations in the sky and perhaps go consult someone who does have a more useful skill set?
Well, make me a non-proficient religion check. That would be
sure.
Half your
will.
Half your will.
Yeah. So my will is 13. Half of that would be 12. Ooh. Can we round that up to a pass? Because half my will is 6.5. Maybe
50 chance. Roll a d20. A 10 less, it's rounds down. 11 above, it rounds up. Oh.
Natural 20. 2 20s in a row. Look. One modified, one unmodified.
All right.
Maybe I can get enough information to note the constellation and go consult the cleric or the priestess.
Yes. You can recognize that you're a cleric of Seor, the god of crafting, and Seor's parents are Borasi, the goddess of death and destruction, and Aster, the god of order and law. And you can tell that neither of their constellations are in the sky. But there are stars. So that means it's not winter. There's no constellations there. And it can't be it can't be autumn either, because that's when your constellation would be in the sky. Mm-hmm. And it can't be midsummer, or sometime in summer, late summer, because you would see Aster's constellation. So it's gotta be in the springtime. Spring to early summer.
What is the date currently?
Your date is currently May 14th, 1511.
So unless it's right now, it's gotta be a year. And if we are armed with mithril that has not been crafted yet, surely there's time to prepare. Surely this is a year from now. Well, I pause for a moment and recognize that this piece of mithril that I'm working with right now has clearly been blessed. Seor has visited it, so I've got to do something extra special with this. Will this be my axe? My shield? Maybe the shield of Seor. I'll do something extra special with this piece of metal.
Okay. What are you going to do with this piece of metal?
Use it for myself.
Okay. Do you have any spells you would like to work into your armor, your shield?
I think I should continue weaving dwarven curses into this mithril.
Hmm.
Should it wind up in unsavory hands. And I think I usually work blessings and stuff into it, although it doesn't have any mechanical benefit. It's a thing.
Okay. We did not add a black steel curse to the spell list, right?
No, I think you were taking notes on it. We didn't make it into an actual spell. I was
Okay.
just using the create or not remove, whatever the opposite of remove curse is.
Right.
Curse.
Curse. Yeah. Okay. Sure. I don't think it has to. Right. It was just the curse spell with a custom effect.
Yeah, and we had I liked the con draining effect of the armor. We didn't come up with a great method for, or a great curse for weapons, but maybe inspiration will strike us. There's purify metals, but that's more for the ore. All right. So, well, we've got a year to get some more crafting in.
You do. I'm gonna make some of these notes in the spell while you tell me what your plans are.
What spell is that?
Curse.
Well, my plan is going to be to prepare for this journey, but maybe I'll go to our priestess and just confirm what I've seen. I think I've run from my forge carrying this sheet of mithril with me into the temple.
Right, the cleric is there, currently cleaning and sanctifying the altar with holy water as you step in.
Oh, good. I could use some holy water. Mother, I've had a vision. Look,
Yes?
can you see? And I wave this sheet of mithril.
She sees
Stand
it.
next to her and
Yes, mithril,
I
a holy metal, blessed by the gods. It is a lovely vision.
I look in it. Is there anything more?
You can still see like the after images of where the sparks were flying off. It's still clear in your mind, but it's not translating to her.
Can you see? Can you sense anything? Is she a cleric or just a priest?
She is a cleric.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you see anything? Do you feel anything? Maybe I set it down on the altar or the podium if it's nearby.
She will come up to it and make a religion check on it, which botches, and she shakes her head and looks at you a little confused.
No detect
Perhaps
magic or anything like that?
Maybe a bit. Perhaps you're feverish from spending too much time before the forge.
No, I saw it, plain as day. A vision in the metal. A reflection.
She will throw down a detect magic spell and come back.
I guess mithril
looking...
always radiates a little magic, doesn't it?
Does it? Sort of.
Or does she sense the curse and the?
It hasn't been forged into a weapon yet, right? It's still just the sheet.
No. Yeah. At first I thought it was my brother. But then I realized it was me, my own reflection. Leading a troop of dwarves through the desert. There were stars in the sky. Did I see Barassi and Astaire, or I did not?
No, you did not. But
Yeah.
you saw a
There were
full
stars
night
in the sky. Yeah, I did not recognize them, but I didn't see Seor. Nor
How many
nor
times
Martha
have I
or
told you?
Astaire.
While Seor may be the greatest of the gods, we should be aware of all of them.
Yes, Astaire wasn't there, nor Martha. So it must be spring? Summer? When does Martha rise?
In the spring. First day of spring, when her stars are directly overhead. No, wait, that's not true. First day of summer is when her stars are directly overhead.
And Astaire, the same?
His stars do not rise, are directly overhead in late September, but they appear on the horizon in early summer.
So it must still be spring. What day is it? Is Martha
Spring
up?
right now,
Has Martha risen?
just on the edge.
Perhaps it must be next year.
Perhaps you've worked too hard. Why don't you take a nice long bath, and when the night comes today, we will set out and look at the stars, and you can tell me what you see, and perhaps we can work out a date.
No, there's limited time. No time for bathing. And I think I hurry out of the.
You know the old dwarven adage: a bath a day keeps the beard lice away.
A day.
Well, a bath a week keeps the beard lice meek is also a good one.
Alright. I head back to my forge.
Arrive at the forge, and as you hammer away on your sheet and the sparks dance, you see no more visions.
So, I need to turn this one. I need to make a shield, and I need to make some mithril axes. Is metal touched by the gods better used in defense or in offense? I think this mithril will be my shield. I actually have had an idea for a shield spell, like a shield of Seor, that I never really fleshed out. I think the general idea would be to temporarily enchant a shield to protect you and free up your hands. So it'd be like you'd cast it, and the shield would like animate itself.
Ooh.
So that you could get the benefits of a shield while using a two-handed weapon.
Oh, so what is that, like? Just hover it in space in front of you?
Something like that. Yeah.
There's a first level wizard spell called Shield that does something very much like that. It might perhaps be a second level cleric spell to enchant a shield to behave in a similar way.
Would it, the difference being that it actually requires a shield?
Yes.
Would it, yeah, this would just be temporary, obviously.
Yeah.
For a few rounds
Probably
or something like that.
Yeah, a duration of like 1d something plus 1 round per level.
We'll think about it. But in the meantime, I do need to make this into a shield.
Okay.
Hopefully, for the similar weight as this buckler that I have, I will get a full-on shield.
I think so.
All
right. Spell Remove curse updated with dwarven examples.
Oh, interesting. It'll probably take me like a week to make a shield.
I bet. We said a little bit more time for working with mithril, right?
Yeah, I think an extra 50%.
Yeah, so it's originally 1 week to make a shield. We'll call it a week and a half. So 10 days. 2?
All right, but I think that night I'm interrupted by Mother Johanna to look at the stars.
Yes, you are. She will come and find you as the sun goes down, and you're still probably hard at work. Tells you to go wash your face and hands and meet her outside as the stars rise.
All right, I wash my face and my hands, and I think I bring this touched mithril with me.
You step out with her under the moonlit sky. Okay. Bro. Okay. Yeah. Moon is out. It's about half full right now. And you gaze at the stars. Give me some sort of check to compare what your visions to your reality. I'll let you tell me what is appropriate in this situation.
Should it be halved? I mean, I think either my int or my will, which are within 1 point of each other, either to recall what I saw or
yeah. Either of those.
Should it be half as well or full?
No, because you're not making a religion check here. You're just trying to compare memories.
Let's do an intelligence check. Oh, not good. But I realize the problem is I'm looking at the sky, and I turn around and look down at the mithril sheet before me, and turn it and try and get a reflection of the stars in the mithril.
Polished and bright, and the stars are reflected in its surface. Give me another check, looking from the mithril's point of view.
No, still no. No, it's not right. It must be a different time. Must be next year.
The stars are always in the same place each day of each year, from 1 year to the next.
Did the gods not move?
They moved.
Like just this morning, Sergej was in my forge. I felt his presence.
Don't know how you've become such a fantastic cleric without understanding the basics of the movements of the heavens. But they shift around us. Or, more aptly, we are slowly shifted around them. Each of the gods holds an edge of the world to the fore and spins it, while it's supported from below by Nadinus and twisted above by Tempos.
Swihard has looked away from the mithril and is turned to stare at Johanna as she describes this, and he cocks his head. I don't know that I've ever heard that conception of the cosmology. The major gods hold the earth?
Somewhat. Nadinus supports it by grasping on to the bottom of the staff that supports the world, and Tempos spins it from above, and the other gods, the other four, will wave at it as it goes by, or occasionally tap it along its way.
Is it common knowledge that Malchus disappeared from the sky a year or two ago?
Yes. It's definitely common knowledge.
And what happens when Malchus is errant in his duties? Does the balance of the world shift? Tilt?
Most certainly it does.
A disc supported by only 3 sides is surely not as stable.
It's very unsettling. One of the gods leaves the heavens and comes down here among us. It's a ghastly thing.
These must be ominous times indeed if Sergej would deign to visit me so.
come out each and every night that you can, and wait for the stars to be aligned as you saw them in your mithril. And then you will know it is 1 day, or 1 year to the day, from the alignment you've seen.
It's already getting fuzzy, like a reflection in steel. But I will do as you advise. I will watch the stars. Now that I'm away from my work, I suddenly feel tired. Perhaps I should catch some rest. Maybe a bath.
She stays out to watch the stars a little bit longer as you head in, take your bath, and go to sleep.
Yes.
The next day, wake up, rested, ready.
And I get back to my shield.
Yes. Your shield is before you, and it will take you 10 days to work out.
Yeah. It will be I think a medium shield, standard shield. Unless,
yes.
No reason to make it like a tower shield or anything.
Not?
I'm going to make it, I think it'll be solid mithril, like a thin sheet of mithril. And we'll test out the strength of this substance, like see if it's like strong enough to still provide protection while just being like a thin sheet. Because normally you'd make a shield out of wood or something and bind it with iron or bronze. But, and I had in my mind to make like trying to look at like designs of shields maybe. Had in my mind to make like a handle on the backside, like the handle on a hammer to hold. Like I don't know if you usually slip your hand through a thing, or slip your arm through a thing and grasp on.
Yeah, there's usually like a strap at the base of the forearm near the crux of the elbow, and a spot where your hand can grip it, or your shield is actually like tied to your hand. If it's just grasped, it can be knocked out of your hand fairly easily. But you can also drop it easily if you need. If it's tied to your hand, then it's not coming off no matter what the fuck happens.
I think it will slip in, and then there will be a hammer grip. I'm not worried about it being knocked out of my hand. I know how to hold a hammer, and I'll wrap it in my patented Zweihards grips with crocodile skin. Maybe a wrist strap could also do.
Hard grips. The spell imbues a weapon with a greater bless spell, granting it +1 to hit and saves as per the bless spell, lasting 1 week per caster level. Ooh.
So it needs to be rewrapped pre-battle, and I should probably see about harvesting some more mythic leather for my wraps at some point in the next year or so.
Okay. So if you wanted to make a full medium shield, which normally weighs 16 pounds, it would be reduced by 16 pounds times 0.28. It would come out to be 4.48 pounds of mithril.
Ooh, that's a lot.
But then you would also have a shield that only weighs 4.48 pounds.
Yeah. That's actually less than my buckler shield. Do I have that much mithril is the question.
You do. You have 6.94. So this would be quite a bit of your remaining mithril.
It's important.
Okay.
Are there places to save weight? Is that, or should I, or just in the spirit of the rules, do we want to make it that much weight? Because like a typical typical shield is not solid metal. It's typically wood with metal pieces, right?
Right. And if you were to add the wood in, you would only bump up the weight. So
okay.
I think by making it of mithril, right, hold on. Well, yeah, because wood, this isn't interesting.
Wood should be lighter than steel for sure.
Certainly. But I think the thickness of wood that you need to like properly block arrows and axe blows makes it be quite thick.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like it's a metal weapon that we're just changing the metal type of.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've kind of fudged things on weapons too. Like for the halberds, we tried to calculate how much weight is in the head versus the shaft.
So the 16-pound weight I use for Aspis shields comes from the Greek hoplite Aspis shields, and those I think were mostly brass.
Okay.
Let me double check some of this stuff right here.
And I think those just had a little, looks like a similar construction to what I was describing. Like it's got a loop and like a loop that you slide your wrist through, and then a handle that you grasp. And it's round. It looks, at least the outside looks like it's bronze. With maybe like some skin or like wood backing. They're almost entirely a sheet of bronze. Okay.
Yeah, there is some wood backing here. So I guess if you wanted to make it strictly out of mithril, we could probably bring the weight down a little bit more.
But I'm fine with leaving with.
Okay.
I was just asking whether you thought whether we should try and be realistic, or whether you wanted like the rules to like just be like okay, you always take the weight and scale it.
Yeah, let's just take the weight and scale it for the shield. For everything else, it makes sense if you're not going to change the whole weight of the spear. You're just going to change the head weight, because that's really easy to separate. But the shield is more complicated and kind of a pain.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do this. Should I just roll my armor smithing check, or do we want to?
Yeah, I think
do you want to do a more complicated?
You'll just take your time within a regular armor smithing check. I think a shield is probably the simplest armor you can make. So it's probably just one check and success or failure.
Okay. And into this mithril, I have been weaving prayers. And Sayor is a selfish god, so his prayers are often curses. You cuss at the metal and spit at it. Gotta show it who's boss. So this will be, I think this will be a cursed shield. So if someone other than, is it easier to make it general or personal? Like or does it make a difference? Like can I make it if someone other than me uses it, or should it be if someone other than a dwarf uses it? Maybe someone other than a dwarf uses it seems more thematic.
Yeah. Because this isn't necessarily going to be Zweihaard's personal shield, right? This is like, I am arming my dwarves and I'm the leader, but if I fall, I might want my allies to pick it up.
Yeah, so I think it will be if someone other than a dwarf uses it, they will be stricken with the black steel curse. May their beard thin and gray prematurely. Maybe I slipped some holy water from the chapel to bless this mithril as well. It was like call upon. Maybe I don't have that one. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna roll my check. My armor is 10. My cleric level is 5, so I'm rolling at plus 15. Oh, and it's not good. And a week and a half is wasted, and so is the blessing.
Failed you. Why?
Perhaps I was mistaken about something.
Why has it failed you, Zweihaard? What have you done to forsake your deity?
Don't know. Am I supposed to be gone now? Oh gosh, I haven't been up to look at the stars. I think I rush upstairs to the roof to look at the stars.
They are even more dissonant from the image you had in your head.
So it's probably before I would have seen. Did I miss it? No, it just means it must have been before. The date, is it like May 15th at this point?
Now it's May 25th.
Happy birthday
Oh
to
yeah,
me.
birthday.
Okay.
How old are you, Zwihard? 112?
Maybe I should
130?
increase. Oh, I haven't increased my age since I started. Swihard is only 55. I think by now he's 57.
Mm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
A young dwarf. Oh, it's early. It's before, so it must be sometime in April. Just under a year.
Okay.
Well then.
Well, time to melt the metal down and give it a shot again.
I suppose, yes. Will the blessing still be in this mithril? Will it still be touched by Sayor? I guess there's only one way to find out. Keep at it. I guess this is the first mithril shield I've ever made.
Mm-hmm. Probably take you a couple tries to get it exactly right.
Yeah. Should I roll another check and
Yeah,
burn
let's do
another
check.
week and a half?
Here we
27 on to do. I think maybe these are supposed to be in private, but
Oh, I should be rolling them in case you really.
it's more fun
it,
to
right?
roll them. Yeah, I don't know.
let's
And
just do
like
it
you
public.
can always inspect them. What did we say the weight was? 4.48 pounds.
I think so. 16 times 0.28, 4.48. Yeah. So let's call it 4.5 for you. You will have 2.46 pounds remaining.
And the shield, as I said, I guess we can make it round like a hoplite shield.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like a loop that you stick your wrist through, and then it's like the hammer or the handle of a hammer up near one end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we want to make it maybe in this time around in the face of it. I have cast a scene from my vision to the best of my knowledge. I'm no artist. I'm an artist of sorts, but perhaps it's more abstract.
Huh? What is it?
It is Zwihard leading his dwarves into battle. But I'm guessing
when you say it's Zwihard, how noticeable is it that it is specifically you?
I don't even know if it'll be clear that these are dwarves. I think it will be, I think
some
it
sort
will
of
be,
vague image of squat people doing a thing.
You wouldn't cast a shield like this. It would be forged. So it probably would have been etched into the face of it after the fact. Or maybe painted on.
Why not
painting
both?
The way to go? Yeah.
You could etch it and then fill the etchings with some sort of inlay.
Yeah. Can you inlay mithril, or does it not combine with other metals?
Yes, you can alloy mithril with other things, and you can inlay things into it.
Is that new? Okay.
I think it's just something we haven't really gone over before because you have an abundance of mithril. So why would you alloy it?
Okay.
There are definitely some reasons. But...
Be inlaid with gold or with steel?
Well, what is your family's name?
Steel. So I think we'll use the old black steel trick, that like nickel alloying that turns bronze black.
Ugh.
So it's not actually steel. It'll be like blackened nickel powder. Like so a little etch and then like fill in with like black lines. Maybe I should roll like a non-proficient artistic ability. Is that based on dexterity or something?
Yeah, I think it's usually based on dexterity. But I feel like if you're a smith, then it should be like a blacksmithing check for your artistic ability. Well, no, that's maybe for the mechanical work of carving it, but for like the imagery, yeah. Whatever you think is best. I trust you.
I was assuming it would be something that I'm not particularly good at.
Okay.
But so at least give me like the half check. I was kind of curious, like just how it turns out.
Yeah, let's do the
recognizable or not. So my dexterity is 11. Half of that will be a 5. And I don't know if this gets my crafting level. We can argue about it later. No, I think it's unrecognizable. The front of the shield is etched and with incomprehensible lines and shapes.
You can tell what it's supposed to be. Others think it's
abstract art,
fell ruins, or abstract art. Yes.
All right. So I've got my mithril shield. It's light. It's strong. What does a shield grant in terms of AC? Is it
It grants 1, and if you have a proficiency, it grants
have the
3.
Proficiency. Okay. So I'm getting pretty tanky, I think. I've got to upgrade. I've got to reforge this breastplate.
Yes, you do. But you also have to make sure you have weapons for those that you will lead into combat.
So much to do. I mean, I've got good steel, but mithril is what we need. All right, how much mithril do I have left?
You have 2.46 pounds.
2.46. Okay, that should be enough for an axe. I think a battle axe weighs 3.5 pounds.
Something like that. I have it written down as 3. Without converting to mithril.
Okay. My bogwood axe weighs extra, I guess, for some reason.
So if
now
you were
that
to
Go ahead. So now that I've successfully crafted these things, can I do it without a roll? Is that how it works?
Yes.
So can
you make a quality 27 shield, as please.
And I could make a quality whatever mithril breastplate.
Yes. As needed.
Okay. It'll just take 16 weeks or whatever it was.
Right. It'll take breastplate. Test is normally 6 weeks, but it's just gonna be 50% longer, so 9 weeks to make a breastplate again. Is that what you want to do?
We can do a weapon first. Axe, battle, weight 3.
Yeah. So if we were to convert that entirely to mithril, then the mithril cost would be 0.84 pounds. But it's probably, as we said before, part of that is going to be in the handle, and then most of it's going to be in the head. So let's call it maybe 2.5 pounds for the head, and 0.5 pound for the handle. So that's actually only going to be 0.7 pounds of mithril per battle axe.
Okay. And we will use my steel wood for this handle. That is the wood that Swihard freely gave from his own flesh.
Ooh, yes.
Ooh, yes, indeed.
This will make you it'll use 0.7 pounds of mithril, and at the end of the day, you'll have a 1 pound battle axe. Nice and light. Easy to use. Stick against you.
Yeah. So that will take like a week or more to make.
3 days plus a day and a half. About 4.5 days. Yeah.
All right. And I need to make a bunch of rolls, right?
At least one good one.
Well, are we not doing
for
quality and stuff?
No, we are doing quality and stuff. We'll have to find the rules for that. Why don't we take our first break right here while I scrounge for those such rules, and when we come back on the other side of the break, we will forge some weapons of war, run out of mithril, and maybe have to go get a little bit more. So we'll see you guys on the other side of our break. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.